In so many different ways, Mount Kilimanjaro took me by surprise. There is nothing that can properly prepare you for such an emotional roller coaster of an experience, including the challenges, the reality, and the struggles that come with living in an extreme climate in the woods. I hope that by the end of this film, I will have shone some light on a few really helpful ideas, methods, and surprises that I discovered while I was on the mountain. Not too long ago, I was fortunate enough to be able to climb Mount Kilimanjaro alongside an incredible group of individuals. There are a great number of things that need to be taken into consideration when you are getting ready for your vacation. However, here are 10 things that you might have already forgotten about. Number 1. The chilly weather. I anticipated that the camps located at the summit of Kilimanjaro would be chilly, even ice. However, what I failed to fully comprehend was the fact that every camp would be freezing. The temperature was so low that even our very first camp, which was located in the rainforest zone close to the foot of the mountain, was freezing. Another factor that contributes to the erroneous expectations is the fact that you frequently hike through the rainforest portion of Kilimanjaro while wearing only shorts and a t-shirt. Temperatures can reach extremely high levels and humidity levels during the day. On the other hand, after the sun goes down, even the lowest camps become extremely cold. Secondly, you need the restroom. If the following subject makes you feel uneasy, then Kilimanjaro might not be the right choice for you. On the other hand, I believe you are capable of handling it. The reality is that being at a high altitude can have an impact on your digestion and make you experience some unpleasant side effects, such as the desire to have more frequent bowel movements, which is produced. In addition to this, you discover that you have a significant need to urinate. My first piece of advice is to use the restroom right before you go to bed. This will ensure that you do not have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night when it is frigid and dark. Consider drinking that hot beverage a little bit sooner as well. The second piece of advice I have is to use the restroom right before you leave camp to embark on the hike for the day. This is because there are no restrooms located around the camp. Carry all used toilet paper in a small baggie and dispose of it in a garbage can at camp to comply with the park's leave. No trace policy, which requires you to obey the policy while you are hiking through the park. When it comes to the ladies, I recommend purchasing a peeing gadget, such as a shiwi, to make it easier for them to use the restroom while they are out on the trail. The use of toilet paper is eliminated when you use a peeing device since it allows you to urinate while standing up. Lastly, for those of you who are menstruating, here is some additional information to consider. Even if your period comes and goes like clockwork, you should still pack the supplies that you prefer just in case something goes wrong. Menstrual cycles of climbers are known to be disrupted when they are at high altitudes. In this aspect, being caught off guard is the exact last thing you want to do to yourself while climbing Kilimanjaro. The third point is that sleep is valuable, but it can be challenging. You want to get a decent night's sleep after a long day of being on the move and breathing in a lot of fresh air. On the other hand, while you're at a high altitude on the mountain, the thin air can make that goal more challenging. Several individuals suffer from insomnia. A few people have experienced sleep disruptions, and others have had extremely vivid nightmares. Your next day's hike will be even more challenging as a result of this, which might lead to burnout. I am bringing this up because I want you to get yourself mentally ready for what is about to happen. In many cases, the inability to fall asleep is a direct result of the extremely low temperature. A fantastic approach to ensure that you remain warm during the night is to bring a hot water bottle with you to bed. Taking sleeping drugs should be avoided at all costs. The respiratory system is suppressed by sleeping pills, which is not something you want to do on Kilimanjaro, where the air is already extremely thin. As a result, sleeping pills can cause more harm than good. With that being said, we have included a free PDF guide to climbing Kilimanjaro in the description for anyone interested in obtaining a more detailed guide to climbing Kilimanjaro. The physical preparation, essential safety tips, and even your packing list are all included in this publication. Take a look at it. It's loaded with extremely useful information. Number 4. The water will freeze on the night of the summit. Even though I had been warned about this, it still managed to be a pleasant surprise. An area close to the peak of Kilimanjaro experiences temperatures that are below freezing. Just believe me when I say that as you get closer to the peak, the water in the hose of your hydration pack will freeze. As a result, you need a plan to make sure that you still have access to water for drinking. Putting your 1-litre water bottle inside a thermal sock and placing it deep inside your backpack, where it will be the warmest, is something I would recommend doing. Additionally, keep in mind that water freezes working its way down from the top. As a result, it is recommended that you keep your bottle in your bag in an inverted position. Just make sure that the lid of your bottle is very secure enough. The Follow Experts Kilimanjaro packing list, which you can get from the link in the description, has everything you need to bring with you on this journey, including your water bottle, which is 1 litre in capacity. Your lips and skin come in at number 5. On the mountain, it is of the utmost importance to preserve your skin, particularly your lips, which are sometimes neglected when it comes to protecting them from the sun and wind. Face cream and lip balm with a high sun protection factor. SPF, a bedtime moisturizer that is heavy-duty and strong. Take into consideration that UV rays are amplified at higher altitudes. Therefore, even if you don't feel like it, you should nonetheless apply your lip balm and sunscreen. In many cases, the harm is not discovered until much later. Skin that is broken and bleeding is hardly the kind of memento you want to take home from your trek up Kilimanjaro. You'll need batteries, baby number 6. Batteries are really necessary. Even though it can be challenging to go without electricity for more than 7 days, this is one of the things that makes a trip like this so breathtakingly lovely. To put that into perspective, we live in a world where we are dependent on various technology devices. If you intend to carry a camera or a phone with you to record your journey, you should be informed that once you start the journey, you will not be able to charge any of those devices. Even the campgrounds do not have access to electricity. Theoretically, solar panels are a fantastic idea. However, they require a significant amount of pack space and take an extremely long time to charge. If you are going on a hike with a camera, you should bring along additional batteries and make sure that they are completely charged before you set out. Moreover, you should be aware that the cold will affect the functioning of your battery. We are frequently asked what portable chargers we should bring with us. Anything with a capacity between 15,000 and 20,000 mAh will be able to charge your device several times. In case you need it, the typical phone has a capacity of 2,500 mAh, which means that a power bank with 15,000 to 20,000 mAh can charge your phone around 6 to 8 times. It is recommended that you choose a charger with 20,000 mAh if you have a camera that has to be charged. 7th, you have a sense of being off while you are high up on the mountain. Having a weird feeling. Now, we are approximately 3,600 meters away. I am beginning to experience a mild headache at this very moment. When you get close to the peak of Kilimanjaro, you should be aware that you are likely to experience some unpleasant feelings. The excessive altitude is responsible for this result. It is a well-known truth that practically everyone who climbs to the summit of Kilimanjaro will experience some repercussions. From the minute you book your adventure, I strongly suggest that you visualize yourself overcoming any suffering that you may experience. Just be sure to keep a close check on it for the next few hours, and after that, you should take some medication to help counteract that. If you are taking any medicine, you must inform your guides about it. You must keep them informed about how you are currently feeling. You must discuss your symptoms with your guides while you are being climbed. They have a great deal of experience and will assist you in determining if you are suffering regular altitude side effects or if you are experiencing full-blown altitude sickness, which is a more serious condition. Symptoms of altitude that are common include: I am experiencing nausea, vertigo, and a headache. Having trouble sleeping, this was pointed out earlier. On the mountain, it is not important whether or not you feel odd. The important thing is to have a positive attitude and be psychologically ready to push through the discomfort, even if it is very slight. Number 8. The importance of words. Utilize them. According to Campbell, jambo, 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 jambo. It is really enjoyable for us as humans to listen to someone speaking our language. The experience of learning some Swahili while you are in Tanzania can be quite gratifying if you take advantage of the opportunity to do so. While you are there, try to speak a few phrases, and you will notice the expressions on people's faces change as they perceive that you are attempting. I strongly suggest that you use Duolingo or another language learning program of a similar nature to practice Swahili phrases before you leave. To help you get started, here are 3 sentences that can be helpful. Pole, pole, equal, slowly, slowly. Pole, pole. I am extremely grateful to you. Asante sana, greetings, and thank you very much for that. It will be a hit with your squad. Learn about tipping before the event, which is number 9. Although tipping your Kilimanjaro mountain crew is not required, it is highly usual and expected to be done so. Each member of your group and crew will participate in a tipping ceremony after your ascent. As a way of expressing gratitude to those who contributed to the safety and enjoyment of your journey. This tradition involves the exchange of tips as well as the performance of songs and dances. If you have not previously done so, we strongly suggest that you read our blog entry on the topic of tipping, which is linked in the description. The Kilimanjaro Porters Assistance Project (CAPE) has established criteria for tipping, and we at Follow Experts adhere to those guidelines. Practices of tipping that are fair and ethical are ensured by this. It is in our best interest to take our time, because we are going to be ascending the top at midnight tonight. I must conserve my energy. It's fine with him. All the time, he acts in this manner. Number 10. Night at the summit. We are going to climb to the top. Every day, you go on a hike during the day, which is not surprising, without a doubt. If that is the case, then why do people climb at night? It is difficult to sleep at high altitudes due to the decreased amount of oxygen that is taken in, which is one of the reasons why you should begin your endeavour to reach the top in the middle of the night. There is also the fact that you have to cover a significant amount of ground in a single sitting. You do not set up a tent at the top of the mountain after a strenuous ascent to the peak, which occurs just after sunrise. The alternative is that you instantly start your descent back down. Because there is another group of hikers following you one day, you will be camping at base camp, which is where you were the night before. On the night of the summit, I was required to complete this task. Remarks to conclude: believe in yourself both before and during the night of the summit. In addition to this, you should rely on your mountain crew for further encouragement. If you are having difficulty, you should talk to your guide. Request assistance. Words are important, therefore make use of them. And that is all there is to it. Those who are warned are prepared. With this knowledge, you are now much better equipped to plan your climb up Kilimanjaro, as you are aware of these essential elements that are frequently missed. That's all I have to say for today. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to Summit Kilimanjaro for more videos. See you next time.